Glad to be here. Joseph, in talking about who I am, didn't give my credentials. I'm proud of my credentials in that I am a grandpa, number one. Number two, I'm a farmer, and I am an earth defender. You know, the climate crisis is something that is very heavy on our minds. It's a tremendous concern to our traditional community. Recently, I was with some of our medicine people who asked questions regarding climate change in our ceremonial ways. The questions were asked through those ceremonial processes, and the response was that it's too late, and all we can do is get ready. And my late dad, one thing that he told me is that even if you know something is going to happen and end in a certain way, do not just stand there. Do not just watch it happen. Do something. And in that light, in that regard, we continue to protect our lands, our waters, and defend our Earth Mother. In reference to the legislation that I will make note of here, my immediate concern is with the San Juan generating station that recently closed down. The concern is with the contamination they leave behind. There remains plant wastewater in large open holding ponds. There is about 60 million tons of coal ash that are still on site. There is a great probability, if not an inevitability, that this junk, this waste, will leach into the watershed and our San Juan River. This must be prevented. Those of us downstream continue to be the victims of the massive coal mines of power plants that have been contaminating our lands and waters for decades. We are tired of being used. We do not have to tolerate this anymore. We demand that the mess left behind by the San Juan plant be cleaned up. The health of our lands, our waters, and our people have been victimized and contaminated long enough. We cannot allow the future of our grandchildren to also be contaminated. This legislation that we will be presenting to our legislature through the sponsorship of my representative, Representative Allison, will mandate that there be independent assessments of the contamination that have been left behind and the attendant mine that fed the generation plant. The legislation will require the cleanup of the contaminants and restore the lands to its best possible natural condition. We have to support this legislation. We are asking all who are listening here to sign on and support this legislation with your name and your logos. And when it comes time for discussion before the committees, we ask that you make your comment through Zoom or in person. We must stand firm in our responsibility to protect our land and waters. We must unfailingly continue to defend our Earth Mother. Thank you.
How does this legislation center economic, social, or health benefits for marginalized communities?
Well, our main concern as farmers and people living downstream, our primary concern is our health, the health of our land and our water, and of course, the health of our people. And that's paramount to us. You know, there are economic considerations, legal, political considerations. Those are secondary. The health of our land, the health of the future of our grandchildren is paramount.